This is about gardening, yes, but think about this. Why is it so pleasurable to take a shower? Why is it so pleasurable to work in the yard or in the fields? Because, I'll explain, we have an affinity with the earth. We feel we feel that we've come from the earth and we're a part of the earth. We'll go back to the earth. Anyway, my first garden was like 2 tomato plants in a little corner of the yard. And that just grew and grew. Every year it got bigger. Till I had a 10 by 20 garden. I took great pride in my garden and my fruit trees and my homemade wine. And still think my best homemade wine was my plum wine and peach wine. Those are good. You can make wine out of anything. It's just the flavors to go along with all the sugar you're going to put in there, which turns into alcohol. So a wine can be any flavor you want. A natural wine, I think a natural wine is 14%. If you look at the store, most of them are not that. But you get a good wine with the right little extra sugar to keep it sweet. You can make any good wine taste good. This is dry wine stuff. That's not for me. I don't know about you, but it's not for me. That's just less sugar is all that amounts to, and it doesn't completely do it. I like a little extra sugar. You make sure you get the full alcohol out of the wine, and you get the full taste out of the wine. And from the vegetables, I always liked the vegetables that you can eat right out of the field or out of the garden. Peas is a great candy that's right out of the garden. I grew peas every year, and we picked the shells and empty them out. We never got one to the table because we'd all like to pick the peas out of the pot out by the garden. And radishes are good. You can eat them right out of the garden. And another favorite of mine is kohlrabi. Kohlrabi is a licorice-flavored turnip, and it's actually the bulb grows above the ground, and it's great tasting. And in the early part of the year, it's good, but it's small. But later on, I found out during the summer it gets kind of tough. But later on in the fall, it turns sweet again. So you got a couple of harvests out of the kohlrabi. And you don't want to pick them during the midsummer, though. That's not good. Those are my favorite vegetables and stuff because I could do that. I grew all tomatoes, obviously. A tomato you can eat any time with a little salt. A radish with a little salt is a lot of fun. One time, I'll never forget the one time my wife put a bunch of radishes in a little plastic bag for my lunch. But when I got to work and opened it up, the liquid had been drained out of the radishes because the salt draws the liquid out, and that kind of ruined them for that. So you don't want to put salt on ahead of time. That's for later when you're ready to eat them. And but that's a lot of enjoyment, a lot of fun, a lot of satisfaction working with the earth, working with the ground. There's a lot of satisfaction in that. And I think a lot of the sports we enjoy most, even golf, fishing, outdoor sports that get you out into